Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Gail Longhurst, and I'm a National Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. And obviously, welcome to our 2020 Vision Multi-Nation Training. So I'm super excited to be training you tonight on a very huge topic of mindset, and one that we could literally have a whole day's training on. It is huge. But naturally, I only have a short space of time and we'll take some key highlights that I feel are really important for everyone to work on. Now, before any of that, last week we had Daniela Copilaro with her amazing training, and she also set a competition. So for the first 2 weeks of February, it was to the top sponsor in each nation. And then the top sponsor in each nation of obviously sponsoring with the 150 PQBs is going to earn, and I always say earn because we don't win it, going to earn a coaching call with one of us national vice presidents. And we're literally just going to put the names in and pull out of the hat, so to speak, who your coaching call will be with. So I have the great pleasure of announcing who has earned the coaching call. So I'm going to start off with My Nation, and for My Nation, the top sponsor was Livia Francis. So congratulations, Livia. You did an amazing job so far this month already, and carry on. So I'm literally going to read through the names of each nation and give you a massive shout out, massive congratulations to you, because sponsoring is the lifeblood of our business. Without it, we don't grow and we literally don't go anywhere. So eyes down for the McFarlane Nation. It was Carrie-Anne Williams. Massive congratulations, Carrie-Anne. Copilaro Nation, Cheryl Butterworth. Massive congratulations, Cheryl. The McLean Nation, Ashley Cameron. Congratulations, Ashley. Gifford Nation, Annabelle Wade. Massive congratulations again, Annabelle. And then the Sangster region, Adriana Blanc. Really exciting. The Fraser Nation is in Australia. So Holly Fowler in Australia earned it with the Fraser Nation. So fantastic for global business. Collins Nation, Wendy Griffith, and Leona Feld's Nation, Joanna Pegg. And I don't believe I have, I'm just double checking on the last one, but there is one more to come, and that will be announced. Can't get into my phone right now, never mind. So, okay, she's going to let us know. So massive congratulations. As I say, give yourself a huge round of applause, because that is a real achievement with the top sponsors. So we all know what the numbers are in our nations, where it's amazing. And then housekeeping. So if anyone was at the district manager training this weekend in Coventry, it was amazing. I was there, a sensational off-the-wall training. I know Emma was there, and Meg was there. I saw her as well, and it really was an excellent day. And if you're a district manager and you missed it, make sure you're there for the next one. But what I do want to say is that the special offer closes today of shopping. So you shop for your products, and then you have the free water. This is free. The water bottle and the fizz sticks with your purchase. So that ends today. So that ends tonight. These are your business tools. And again, it's mindset of how do you actually look at this? Do you look at it as an expense, or do you look at it as a business building tool? That is the difference, isn't it? And I always think, well, a water bottle, that's branding. So the more you carry your water bottle around, the more you've got Arbonne visible. And fizz sticks, well, everyone has fizz sticks, and giving out fizz sticks, the more you give out with your business, the more you're going to get back in. So the more that we give away, the more we'll receive. So I am going to crack on with the training of mindset, and it has so many different facets to it. It really, really does. And I'm going to ask you to be really open and honest with yourself. And I mean 100% honest. You may jot particular things down, or give yourself a scoring or a rating out of 10, or a question mark, whatever it is for you, because there's so many people on the call of various levels. And one thing to know with personal development and mindset is we all start our business at a particular stage in our life whatever that is. And some people have had more experience in life or personal development than others when they start their business. So that's why we can never compare our business, because we don't start from the same starting block of ourselves. Obviously, our start order in our business, we make our way through the levels with our QVs, but we're different every time we start. We're different people, okay? And we grow. So that's why comparison killed the consultant, not only the cat. But literally, if you are honest with yourself and you want to move yourself forward, even if it hits a raw nerve, then that's good, because it's that that's going to take you forward with your business. And I actually 100%, well, 1000% really believe that most people do know what their real chink in their armory is. I always say we know deep inside what our chink in our armory is, of, you know, preventing us from moving forward, or feeling that, well, why haven't I got there quick enough feeling. But sometimes it might be something that we don't want to be open with, or we don't want to say for fear of sounding awkward or silly, or it's not big enough reason. And that's all our own stuff. And it really, as soon as you share things and let them go, the quicker you're going to grow. Like how that rhymes, doesn't it? But it's so true. And I absolutely know that mindset, well, is at least 80% of your business success. In fact, I'd be as bold as to say, in a lot of cases, it's 95% of building a business, because it starts and ends with you, your business, and your mind is your own mind. So this is why it's important, and I cannot stress enough, and I mean stress enough, you have to protect it. You've massively got to protect your mind. You've got to protect it from all those dream stealers, all those energy drainers, all of those judgmental people with opinions that they just want to dump on you, which they wouldn't do in any other profession, but somehow people want to dump their opinions and judgments of social marketing or network marketing, which is really crazy. It's just that they're not educated in what we actually do, and it's their own natural ignorance, and I say that in the nicest possible way. It's because they don't know, and it's a made-up opinion. So it's up to us to educate people and literally show them the way, and be bold and stand up and believe what we have in our hands, the profession of network marketing, the profession of social marketing, and what it has to offer. As Vicky Beckett said at District Manager Training, be bold and proud of our industry, stand firm of who we are and what we represent. And that's the place that we absolutely have to come from. So you must protect your mind as if it's even rarer than Mariah Carey's 35 carat diamond fact that is worth about 10 million or so. But I'm telling you, our mind is priceless. It is absolutely priceless, totally priceless. That's why I always say protect it with toughened glass around. So all those bulletproof screens on the Mercedes, on the Bentleys, on the rollers, nothing is going to penetrate. Nothing is going to penetrate your mind whatsoever, literally whatsoever. And you've got to do that every single day. You've got to exercise it like a muscle. Yeah, so any muscle, if you don't exercise it, obviously it's going to get weak, isn't it? Because exercising your mind as a muscle, it's going to prepare you for any impact. It's going to prepare you with your personal development, your books, your audios. There is a reason why we recommend books and audios for you, because it can literally make or break your business. And we want it to make your business, that's for sure. So let's think about how it can impact you. Think about how it can impact you. Is it fear? Is it fear of failing, or is it fear of success? Write down whatever it is for you, or in your head, whatever you want to do. Because quite surprisingly, for many people, it's actually a fear of success. A lot of people can actually fear success. And as I say, there's different levels on the call tonight, and some might say never, and some might say, well, actually, yeah. Because have you ever found yourself getting very close to your goal and then falling short? and you don't know why why it happens. You don't know why that happens, but it happens a lot. Yeah, you sort of think, well, I'm nearly there, and then, oh, I didn't complete it. I'm nearly there, and then I didn't complete it. And then something happens, and so we use that as an excuse. So this is where we have to get absolutely specific and aware of the stories in our heads. We really have to become mindful and watch the stories in our heads. So for instance, and I know that you'll be able to write down more and give yourself an exercise of writing all your excuses down. Actually, it'd be very cathartic to get it all out, and then you'll realize how often that you may say them. So sometimes people are going to say, oh, the more successful I am, the more people are going to want from me. The more successful I am, the more I'm going to have to give away. The more successful I am, the more demands are going to be put on me. The people like me don't achieve and have things like that. From where I come from, people don't achieve and have that success. If you've just joined the call, because there's so many, could you mute your mic for me, please? That'd be amazing. And where I come from, we don't get that success, or I'm not used to having those sorts of things. And that's all mind stuff. That is fear of success. Or the more money and success I have, the bigger responsibilities I'm going to have. Or my tax bill is going to go up. I've heard somebody say that. Well, yes, it will, but for a very good reason. Or I'll have to stand up and talk and present at region training or nation training or on a Zoom call. And that could be petrifying to somebody. Or I'll have to organize an event, a training. The more successful I get, am I going to have to do that? Oh my goodness, I may even get asked to speak at AAC. Now I know there's going to be some people on here going, bring it on, that's exactly what I want to be doing. But that's what I call the 3% difference, isn't it? It's that 3% difference to your success. And that is that mindset shift and switch. That's what it is. And then there's the other side of things where you can ask yourself, and whether you've actually said it and said it to yourself or said it to others, why does this always happen to me? Yes, I've heard it before, and we've all heard it. And whether you've said it, you know, as I say, be honest, why are people always cancelling on me? Why are people always quitting my business? Why are people slow to get started, always slow to get started? Why do people always never want to start with a full business order? Why are people always giving me their opinions about my business, being rude, and so on? There's always this, sometimes, why is it always? Why does this happen to me? Well, firstly, I have to say, stop affirming it. We do affirmations to allow positive things to come into our being, into our business, into our lives. So we do our affirmations, but when you keep saying the same thing over again, you are consistently affirming it's always happening to you. So whatever it is, it will always happen to you, because if I said, oh, have an hour Zoom call with so-and-so, and did you spend that time creating strategies and moving forward and different ideas and plans? Or did you spend it going, yeah, well, but, and oh, this always, yes, it's always going to happen if you're in that mindset. And that's where you've got to stop affirming it, because ask and thou shalt receive. Your words are powerful. They are so powerful, and they do have an impact. So lesson is watch your words. They do have an impact. Now let's flip it and say, well, what if life is happening for you and not to you? Yes, that's better, isn't it? So if life is happening for you as opposed to you, so you're reframing it. So what do I mean? So think about it this way. Well, what if some of your greatest challenges in life, in your business, I'm talking about business here, not personal, but personal as well, you can relate it, were your greatest gifts? So what if some of those challenges, think about that, what if some of those challenges were some of your greatest gifts and they were happening for you? So when you believe something is always happening to you, whether it's you're at the edge of your goal or people are always, you know, when you're in that mode, this is what you're constantly being shown that you have to work on to move forward. So I do say to myself when things aren't as smooth as usual, it's like, what am I meant to be learning from this? What is the lesson in it? What can I reflect on? What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? And if it's a person, I learned a long time ago to say to myself, people come into my life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The quicker you remember that and learn that in all aspects of your life, the easier life will be, and you can move forward and grow from it. That is for sure. If there's one thing that you remember from tonight, remember that, because life will flow much easier. Because building your business to the level that what you want, you may want to be a district, area, regional, nation, it's down to the individual. It will come with challenges. Of course, it will come with challenges, and it will test you. And usually when you're going for another level, you get a massive prod. Whether you believe in God, the universal, a higher self, whatever it is, it will come along and give you a darn good prod to make sure that you really, really, really want it. And it's nearly 12 years I've had my Arbonne business, 12 years April, and it certainly hasn't come without its challenges. You know, I've had 3 regions quit. They didn't lose their titles, but they quit, and poaching people in my organization. So if I hadn't been working on my mind's muscle daily with personal development, maybe I could have been taken out. Who knows? But I've worked on my mindset daily. I take personal responsibility for this with books, with audios, and different courses outside of Arbonne, you know, that I needed to do for myself to grow me. I know what I need to grow me. I know what I'm good at and what I'm not so good at. I know where I need to grow to be able to do this, to have that. So that's why I say you do too. I mean, my sponsor is Executive National Vice President Gordon Fraser. Now, he could show me, as he certainly did, the vision and how to build this business, how it works, but how the heck could he be a mind reader and know exactly what I needed and then teach me it? Well, of course he couldn't. But like other national vice presidents that have had national vice presidents quit, but they're still 4 wide, they've literally stuck the feet in the ground to ride the wave and literally for what you believe is right. And because what you're building your business for, that is so crucial. And the sooner you let go of the stuff that has happened, the quicker your business will stay on track and grow. You know, the more you stay in the past of the what ifs and the what's just happened, the more you will stay stuck in the past. So move forward from it and learn those lessons, because those bumps in the road are there to grow us. And you've heard before, you grow into the next level of your business. It's crucial because they're there for you to become the person that you need to be. And when you become that person, just think of the amount more people that you can help have their business and move through their levels to the next level. I always say whenever I'm coaching with anyone, I say, well, that's something you can now teach your team, isn't it? Within your team, because you've experienced that. So you've got that lesson to be able to share and help somebody else move forward. So it really is an incredible life-changing opportunity. You know that. But as I said, it starts and finishes in your mind. And the opportunity of the social marketing, we are in control of it. We are in control. It's our choice. It's our choice to listen to our own mind or to shut it up. That's for sure. You can just shut it up, because one thing's for sure, it's not your friend, okay? Your mind is not your friend. It's your protector, but it's not your friend. It's your biggest critique. So come on, how many times have you caught your mind going, well, that didn't go too well, did it? Or what did you do that for? Or why did you say that? I've said that to myself a few times. Why did you say that? Or why did you do this? Or why did you do that? Or you're too young, or you're too old. Your mind is your biggest critique. And I'm sure you can all resonate with that. You go, oh yeah, I'm often saying this. So that's what happens. That's what happens with our mind. You know, it's always looking to blame something or someone. Know that. And unless you tell it to shut up and ignore it, So it gives up over time, and trust me, it will give up over time unless, and this is one of those hours, unless you enjoy being in the pity party mode, in that pity cycle, which is very real. And sometimes people feel that if they're in the pity cycle, they get more emotion and more compassion from other people. Instead of showing the world what you're made of and what you can do and what you can help with other people and getting rid of that cycle, getting rid of that cycle basically, because the more you grow in your mind, the more you can help people. And that is the beauty of our business. And another point is, you've heard it before, but this is where the blame, complain, and justify comes in. And again, this is another one of those ask yourselves, have you ever thought at some point in your business, if only my upline did this, or if only my upline did that, or if only I would be, yeah? You know, because that blaming or justifying is why you're not where you feel or believe you deserve to be, because it's attaching it to somebody else as opposed to taking responsibility for yourself. And that's, you have to change it. You absolutely have to change it. And you can do that now, you know, because otherwise you won't get the results that you actually want with that mindset. And it's recognizing and moving forward and being ready to, I know. So some of you will be going, yeah, I agree. And some of you will be going, well, that's a bit rude. But we're all unique and we've all got our different limitations. I've got different limitations to my other national vice presidents and peers, different barometers, because otherwise I could be, you know, nearly 12 years, I could be a 12-wide ENVP promoting one new national vice president every year. And oh, happy days, wouldn't that be? Because everything is possible. But I have my limitations, so I'm not. Now, I really want to also stress before I move on is to how this can equate to our income level as well, which is why I'm giving an overview of everything, because you could also be saying to yourself, well, I'm worth more than I'm getting paid from Arbonne right now, or something along those lines, yeah? But the first thing you absolutely have to remember is be grateful for what you have, because you're not going to get any more until you can appreciate everything with the gratitude, which is why we talk about it so much. And that is key. You won't get any more, because it says, well, if you don't appreciate what you've already got, why do I need to give you any more? So appreciate what you've got, and then you can move forward. I mean, my first override check was £42, and I spent £1,700 investing in my business all those years ago, but I didn't think, well, I only got £42. I thought, well, that works. I got paid something. So let's see how it's going to grow. It's a mindset, isn't it? That's what it is. So ask yourself, are you playing out, all out every day? You have to be honest. Are you stretching your comfort zone, your belief zone? Are you stretching it to the max? And would you pay yourself top money for your work last week? Yeah. Those are the things you think, well, actually, for the work that I did, would I actually pay myself top money? You're the only one that can answer that, because we have our top 10 income earners. We have our top 10 global income earners and top 100. I call them the Arbonne A-listers, same product, same compensation plan. And by the way, since I started my business, I've printed that off every year and put my name at a particular number. I haven't achieved it yet, but it's a yet. But that is my vision. So I literally do that. You've got to have your vision out in front of you. But here's the thing. Do you believe that they've all mastered their minds? Or do you think they're going to literally believe their own mind story? I'm sure they've literally deleted it, cancelled it, as opposed to put it on repeat. You know, they are human, they're not our bots, that's for sure. But they've worked their mind's muscle, and they haven't turned their story into their reality. That's what it is. So where you literally believe it's true, your own story, and you have to master your mind. You've got to dig deep. So what is your story? Is it helping you? Yes or no? I guess not. But you've got to stop worrying about it with that fear, because the what if is in the future. As we know, it hasn't happened. So how do we know it will happen? We don't. It's a made up story. So get rid of it, start living and literally building your business even higher than you thought possible. Stop settling, people. Stop settling. Too many people settle for far too less than they're worth, far too less than they're capable of. They hold themselves back. Hold yourself to a higher and greater things. Imagine all the other people that you can help when you stop making it about yourself. So I know that that was quite a bit to take on, and I want to share a story. I have an area manager on the call who is Tara Smith, who's going to unmute herself and going to share her mindset shift story, because we had a moment, I think it was probably last year, and I know I said something, but Tara wasn't ready to hear it. And it's amazing how that mindset shift changes everything. Tara.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Gail, for asking me to speak. And I am very nervous and also excited to do this, because actually the topic is so close to my heart right now, and I feel so passionate about it, because actually mindset is everything. And I feel like so honoured that Gail has asked me to speak, because I feel like I've had that kind of breakthrough moment, and I'm sure that there's going to be many more to come, but I do just want to talk about a few of the experiences that I've had so far with my own quirky mindsets, let's just say. So yeah, it was back in the summer, and I remember having a conversation with Gail, and I am very much kind of, well, I am now. So I've been in Arbonne for 5 years and I'm an area manager, and I would probably say that I wasn't maybe the most open kind of minded person when I first started the business, and I was in a very kind of fixed mindset. And I would say that since having my daughter Annie Rose, who is almost 2, that actually it's probably been in the last couple of years that I've kind of said to myself, if you want things to change, you're absolutely going to have to do things that you haven't done before. So we've all heard that expression, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And so I was having a conversation with Gail, and I said, you know, can you see something that I can't? You know, I'm asking you for your opinion. Can I have some feedback and some constructive criticism? And I'll definitely do that after this call as well, Gail. So I always like to have feedback. And we were having a conversation about my business and moving and springboarding forward to region. And Gail said something to me at the time, which I definitely was not ready to hear. So it was really close to my heart. It was about my why and the situation that I was in right now with having, you know, I am a present stay-at-home mummy, but what I had told myself is that because I'm a stay-at-home mummy and, you know, Arbonne helps. Can everybody just mute their mics? Is that okay? Thank you. Because I am a stay-at-home present mummy, I'd created this story in my mind that because I was a stay-at-home mummy, that I didn't need any help, that I didn't and couldn't ask for help because that's not what you did or you do. And it was only when I was having a conversation with Gail that Gail said something to me, and I was like, ow, actually. And I got off the call and I remember thinking, no, don't say that to me. And I literally felt like it was a love punch, and sitting there feeling like, did that just happen? Did that conversation actually just happen? And it was a suggestion, and it was a choice, and it is a choice for me to make. And so it was just one of those things that I definitely wasn't ready to hear it. But over Christmas, I did quite a lot of reflecting and thinking about my business and where I am and my mindset and what I'm doing. And I rang Gail on, I think it was like January the 2nd. And I was like, okay, so I've been having this kind of, you know, conversation with myself. And I think what I need to do is actually ask for some help with childcare for Annie Rose. And I could just hear that penny drop. And it was very much kind of like, okay, so we did talk about this back in the summer, but I just was not ready to hear that. And so it is okay if you're not at that stage, because it will eventually come. So just keep going and doing what you're doing, but be really open and have that kind of that growth mindset rather than being fixed. And there have been a few situations where also I had a story going on in my head about social media. I can post, I can do stories, I can meet people on LinkedIn, I can meet new people on Facebook, add them into our closed Facebook group. But I had created this monster of a story that I was really good at doing all of those things, but I was really, really bad at actually converting any of that into kind of income producing activity. So I was not doing the one-to-ones, I was not presenting, handing out gold bags. And it was one of those, why is this not working? And you know that whole law of attraction, what you focus on expands? Well, I was focusing on all the things that weren't working for me. So therefore I was then getting more of that. And so when I kind of literally just cut through it, of all those stories that were going on in my head, I had to kind of literally rewrite my affirmations. And as Gail said in her training tonight, we write down our positive affirmations daily after our meditation and our gratitude. But all of that stuff that is going on in our heads, we might not necessarily be writing it down on pen and paper, but what we think we become. So those thoughts are actually happening and it's becoming a reality. So what you are focusing on is expanding, and that's exactly what I did. The same with AIT. I never thought I was worthy enough to go to Mexico and to earn that trip. And it was one of those, oh, everybody else seems to do it. And of course, all the RVPs and MVPs will be going, you know, who am I, just Tara Smith? It just won't happen. And I've just returned home from Mexico, and it was the most amazing, incredible opportunity. So if that is not on your affirmations, get it on there and just be really mindful of your mind, because your mind hears everything that you think. So on that note, I will hand you back to Gail.
That is fabulous. That was absolutely fabulous, Tara. Thank you so much, and for being brave and being bold and coming on tonight and hosting that part of the training. Absolutely love it. And I can see the messages that everyone is resonating with what you're saying. So well done you. And I was going to finish by announcing MFL's top sponsor is Maddie Storris. So massive congratulations to Maddie Storris over in Australia. Well done everyone, as I say, for being on the call tonight, and go mind your mind. Literally, what I want you to do for homework, if anything has resonated with you, or that story that you're telling yourself that you keep to yourself, share it with your upline, because the sooner, as I said, you work on it and get rid of it, clear it. It isn't silly. It isn't, it's only that, or I'm going to feel awkward or silly. It's there to help you move forward and build your business. So share it, squash it, whatever you want to do, write it on a piece of paper, burn it to the universe, or anything that works for you, then go do it. Have an amazing rest of week, and look forward to seeing you all again for our call next Monday at 9 o'clock. Have an amazing week, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thanks, Gail. It's fantastic. I was just writing down some of the books that were, this is a good one, Mastering Your Mean Girl.
Yes.
I don't know that one. Right. Thank you so much again. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Gail. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. That was great,
Bye.
Gail.
Thank you.